Brazil, the land of giants, 5 World Cups, some of the biggest clubs in the world, and then Aparecidense, a club that's never really done anything nationally, and honestly, most people don't expect them to. But I'm here to try changing that. And the journey starts now. Hey everyone, it's Virtual Gaffer here, and we are finally back for another saving in Football Manager 24 with a new club. We are now in Brazil, 3rd Division, with the team called Aparecidense that have the stadium called Aníbal Batista de Toledo in Goiânia that has a capacity of 8,000 people. As I said in the introduction, Aparecidense is not a big club from Brazil. It's a team that always been at the bottom of the pyramid in Brazil and never reached anything close even to 2nd division. But we're here to try to change that. So let's first start looking at the squad of the team. And oh god, we're already having a really tough start. We don't have that many players, but I think with some signings and most likely loans, this should work. So let's say we have 2 keepers. One is 31 years old, another is 28. Have they played anywhere? Let's see. Not a very impressive career. Let's see this one. Mostly in Goiás, which is a bigger club on the state. And we have, I guess, 2 center backs, then a couple right backs, left back, oh, another center back here, midfield, strikers. Okay. Kind of hard to think of even a tactic to start with, having those players only, but I guess we're gonna have to figure it out. So we have 2 keepers that are average, I would say. I don't know how that ability is going to be compared when we reach 3rd division games. This is, I think, considering the state competition. So let's see. We have Vanderlei as a center back, another player that only played for Goiás before coming here. Da Silva went to start at Goiás, went to other couple clubs. Okay. It seems to be a very balanced team. Not bad. This Du Fernandes guy might be our best player, and he's a defensive mid. So I think probably building the team around him, and then we have our striker Igor Torres. Oh, it's not a striker, it's a winger. But we can build the team around these 2, this center back, Da Silva, then Du Fernandes, and then Igor Torres. And we can see what we can build from that. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, so I'm Brazilian, so I'm very familiar with how the calendar work in Brazil. So just to explain to everyone that maybe not be as familiar of how the calendar works in Brazil, we have, first of all, the state competitions. So Aparecidense is a team that is located in the state of Goiás. And we start off with playing our state competitions. We don't have any preseason here, so that's kind of what a preseason looks like for us. And then after leaving the state competition, then we go into the league and then the cup. And the teams that are on the top that have international competitions, they start all after the state competition is over. And that's why a lot of people say that the calendar in Brazil is really bad, because these state competitions are where supposedly should be a preseason, but it's actually 12 competitive games. Then we already go on to start the league. So we're going to have a little fun with that. Aparecidense is a team that is not one of the biggest on the state, but definitely not on the bottom to be relegated. So we can totally finish in the top 8 to qualify to the next stage. And then see, in the state of Goiás, there are 3 big teams. They are Atlético Goianiense, that here are in first division. Then we have Goiás in the second division, and then we also have Vila Nova in the second division. Those are the 3 big teams. And then we have the second tier of big clubs in Goiás, which Aparecidense us are one of them. So after the first tier of teams, we should be here like 4th, 5th, most likely. So enough with the explanation, just let's go on with the tactic now. So I really like playing possession based and passing the ball around and dominating the game. I don't know how well this is gonna work with this team that is not supposed to dominate the game and don't have the players or even the roster to dominate any game, because we don't have players in like enough players. But we'll see. I know that we have powerful wingers that can play on the sides here, so that's why I chose a 4-3-3, and let's see what we can build here. Okay, so I have made our first formation, and this is just gonna be theoretical right now because we have Christian here at our right wing, and he's technically a right back. So since I didn't have a right winger, I had to put him there. Igor Torres, that is our main attacking player. He's just gonna have to play in the left, and then we have Alan James in the striker position, and only 4 players on the bench right now. And I think that just means that we're just gonna have to sign a lot of players. There's not even a position here to highlight as a weakness because it's all of it. We don't have enough players on the bench. We have Rafael Luis, which is a midfielder that can play attacking mid or even center mid. And then we have Genilson, that is another right back, and then Wanderlei, which is the center back. And I decided to do 4-3-3 in this way because we have 2 good defensive mids right here. So I think that is just gonna make the team better defensively. And again, this is all theoretical, just hoping that everything will work. So I was going through the squad and I realized that I didn't look at the reserve squad or the U20 squad. And then I found the players. So we do have the players, they were just not in the main team. So let's switch some players from the reserve team to the main team so we don't have to go signing a lot of players without needing it. It's going to be a very young team. I'm already seeing that pretty much all the players here are, I mean, the oldest one here is the keeper, but besides that, is this guy is loaned out, and this one is 23, so not a very old team. Okay, I decided to bring all the players from the reserve squad besides the guy that is loaned out. So that's how our squad actually looks like. Way more options. Way better. Now we don't need to go all crazy. So with that being said, let's go straight to the tactics again and bring in the new people. Okay, so I went to take a look at the new players, and the only change that I made was putting Pablo and Hiki, which is actually a right winger. He can play on the left too, but also a right winger. So I prefer, even though he's only 2 stars, I prefer having a natural right winger here, so it doesn't mess things around. And Christian now is back at the bench, but most likely I will end up signing a right winger in this transfer window. So now that we finally took at the whole squad and also made the tactics, let's see what positions do we actually need. We have 3 keepers, and then we have this young keeper that is in the U20s that I'm gonna keep him there. So I think keeper is very good. Then we have 2 right backs and 1 left back. Let's see if there is anyone hidden. Oh, this guy. Yeah. So we have 2 players here now. We also have only 3 center backs, so that's another position that we are going to have to take a look at besides the right wing. So far we have right wing here. Igor Torres play on the other side, but he can play here. Robert is an attacking mid. Pablo Henrique plays here, and Marcelinho plays here. So it's technically, yeah, no one else. So it's technically 3 players for 2 positions, which means I'm most likely signing a new right wing because we have Igor Torres, that is a good one, at the left. On this center mid position, we have 2 players. Let's see if there is anyone else. There's this guy. And pretty much it. We have 3 players and 2 very experienced players and 1 younger player, 20 years old. So I think this is actually a good position for us. And for the back here, we're going to be with only 2. I think I looked at that before. Yes, we only have these 2. I might need to go looking for more midfielders. Then the attackers, we have Enzo. We have Jose Daniel and Ezequiel. And Igor Torres is not a striker. Okay, so that's how ratings-wise our team is. I think the main point is midfielders, defensive mids, center backs as well, and right wings. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start scouting, start looking for players, probably free agents, because I don't think we have a lot of money. Let's check on that. Yeah, we don't have any transfer budget. We have some sort of a payroll that is pretty much over. So loan players or free agents are going to be the way to go. So what I'm going to do, go to scouting, try to find players to fill those positions that we need, and I'll bring whatever is new at the next episode. So that's it for now. This is just an introductory episode just to get set up with the new club, the formation, how the squad is shaping up, and taking a look at how the calendar will work, how the state competition is shaped out. So for the next episode, we'll be back for the state competition game against Annapolis, the first round, and then probably a second one as well. And I'll also bring updates on the players that I was able to scout and if I was able to sign anyone until then. If you want to keep following this journey with us, with Aparecidense, please subscribe, give it a like, comment down here if you have any ideas, any change in the information, any players that you looked that are already in our squad that may be better than the ones that I'm using it. So just leave a comment below what you think so far. I'm the Virtual Gaffer, and I'll catch you next time.